Chin up in the morning, as he marched into town to take the air. He doffed his cap but didn't hear the warning, and a copper came and parted Sammy's hair. Saucepan mark, the double ruin mark, saucepan mark, the bullies are in pout, our God when he's trouble, Sammy Mark.
We wanted to do a community play about 10, 12 years ago, maybe even longer, and we were looking for the right thing to do, and then about 4 years ago we thought Tonypandy, the riots, to explore what took place in and around the events that took place in Tonypandy in 1910 and the 100-year celebration of that.
We are savages! Savages! Right, Charlotte! Who's your Barbie? Is there not Barbie, is there? No,
and since then we've been working with lots of different groups and individuals to create lots of different kind of plays. And from that we met lots of people who told us their particular take and stories on the Tonypandy Riots of 1910.
I play Nathan in the play. I'm playing the son of a father and mother, Mr. and Mrs. Pritchard, who were one of the families back in 1910 who had to accommodate the police officers for accommodation. So I'm against, because I'm a rioter, I'm in the minors, I'm against the police staying with my family obviously, but I have no choice. So you'll see me in the play very angry all the time and fighting.
I play the father of a household back during the 1910 Rhondda riots, coal riots. And I play Mr. Pritchard, who has a family in whose house becomes requisitioned by the powers that be. And it's basically, my part is just highlighting the kind of trials and tribulations families went through back in those days.
We created a script which told the story of what happened in a particular house in Cleardale. That is what we've rehearsed, produced and presented this evening.
I play a character named Michelle Roberts. She's a mum to a son and daughter, Ryan and Gabby, and she loses her husband, who's a minor, because of the way they lived basically during 1910. She becomes a hothead, so she basically leads the riots, and she provokes them also. She encourages members of the community to get involved and to fight against the mine owners.
My name's Dennis Stallard, and I was asked to be involved in this play, which I took a chance of doing because it's the first time I've been with a professional company. I've been doing drama 50 years. But one thing about it was my father was born in 1904 and he told me he used to throw stones at the policeman, which is quite feasible because he was 6-year-old and he lived in the terraces above the Glamorgan pit. And I'm one of the policemen, the old sergeant, that's billeted in the house of the family in the play.
I play the mother, Deborah, in the play. Basically, I'm part of the family mostly involved in instigating the rioting, I suppose. It's my son who feels that they shouldn't work for such bad pay and conditions, and my husband's kind of torn because obviously he needs the money and he's not down in the pit, and I'm trapped in between the two of them because I know that my son is in the right, really, that they're all going down and risking their lives every day for a pittance. And also my husband, he's brought up our family for all these years and supported us, and now we're without money because of my son, but he is in the right. And my daughter is having a relationship with one of these policemen. And again, I don't think it's a bad thing, it's just the fact that he's a policeman and we're against him.
I play Charlotte Pritchard, one of the main families in the actual play. The main family is where we have police. Our house has been requisitioned and we got 3 policemen staying with us, and my character is where I have a relationship with a policeman, and during this relationship I began to have sex with him, and then I become pregnant. But the story is whether I'm pregnant or whether I'm not is when no one knows. And we find out then that I asked him not to testify against John Hopper in court, but then he later does, and that's why the rose is given to him at the beginning and the end of the scene. because he's responsible for John Hopper's death. If he didn't testify in court and listen to me, and ask and listen to me not to do it, then John Hopper wouldn't have died and gone to prison.
I play the other side really. I'm playing a shopkeeper in it who refuses to give credit and probably would have been one of the people who had their houses smashed. And I'm also someone that speaks for the colliery owners as well. So I think that my characters are probably the ones that people wouldn't so much identify with maybe in this area.
I play Mr. Leonard Llwynapia, who was an important, influential mine official during the strike and throughout the South Wales coalfield, particularly the Cambrian Combine was wrong at the time. He later became Sir Leonard Llwynapia and remained quite influential in the industry.